It's vlogging time, come on, grab your friends. Adventure waits in every bend. Twain and May and Nicole and Rain, the fun will never end. Yeah, it's vlogging time.
Hey guys! How's it going? So, we're back with our first vlog! And as you can see right now, we're at Valacha Public Terminal, we all know as the old terminal. And today we're going to critic about an excerpt or an essay from the story Home of the Ashfall. And we're going to Mount this one. Even though it's raining, yes, we're gonna enjoy climbing. So see you there. We're gonna explain our critique of Home of the Ashfall.
By the way, we also have two other members. They're Mia Cyrus and Dwayne Dimitra.
The videographer.
Dwayne and me as back home doing something. That'll be fun.
See, we is not here because she is
Yeah.
well, she's here because
Part of the group. So,
bye.
Purchase your tracks today.
so we're here now, Miss One Peak. And we're ready to go. It's actually kind of raining, but it's fine. It's not safe, but it's fine.
So
Purchase your tracks today.
in this part, Mia, our other group mate, will be summarizing Home of the Ashfall for us. Insert here.
Hi guys, welcome to our vlog. Today I'm going to share to you a very inspiring story. It's a local story here in the Philippines. Home of the Ashfall by John Jack Wigley. So if you happen to have background on volcanic eruptions, I'm going to share to you the second largest terrestrial eruption in 20th century. So John had to say goodbye on his angelic hometown Angeles City due to his promotion as a management trainee of Pizza Hut, Harrison Plaza. So while in Manila, he was clueless about the volcano in Zambales mountain range and paid no attention to several warnings that was given to them weeks before the eruption. So while in Manila, he enjoyed his independence there and did a lot of things that will satisfy his wants, but not until Mount Pinatubo erupted. So upon hearing the news, he felt guilt and worried in his family since he always failed to visit the province due to some conflicts on his schedule. So he rushed to the bus station, and upon arriving there, he heard about the severity of the calamity. So which made him regret of not responding immediately to the warnings that was given to them. So he doesn't know what to do. Instead, he prayed hard. He prayed harder than he ever did, actually. So on their way to Angeles City, they have all passengers should or must get off the bus since the Abacan Bridge, which connects Angeles City and Manila, collapsed. So they have to cross the river. So upon getting off the bus, he witnessed his angelic hometown turn into a ghost town. John did a lot of efforts, thriving nail and teeth in conquering fears, troubles, hurdles, and all along the way, and above all, the fear of not seeing his mother again. So, not mentioning the difficulty of the way and all the tricky stuff. Finally, John had felt a great relief, a wave of relief in his heart Wigley finally embraced her mother in a warmest way possible. So that's the end of the story. I hope you guys like it.
Goal na me, we're almost at the top.
Yeah, and it's starting to fog.
Yeah. See that fog all over. So, my hair is so wet, they're so wet.
Yeah, our west.
Because it's raining so hard. Ano tawag saan ba? Dito.
Try dito. Ande! Wala na yun. Ande!
There's a dog.
It's a dog.
Hi dog.
Hi dog. Hi dog.
We're friends, right?
Friends don't kill each other.
He made us pass.
Stage 1.
Take
Fun
one,
fact.
huh? One run.
Fun fact. This is an active volcano.
Yeah.
Dormant.
So, this is popularly known as Muswan Peak, but its real name is Mount Kalayo.
Hey
guys.
how's it going?
So, we've finally reached the top of Muswan Peak, and right now we're gonna do our critic, our analysis about the essay that we've read. I think it's just an excerpt from Home of the Ashfall by John Jack
Wigley. Yeah.
Okay, so since the summary has been said earlier, now we're gonna each say our likes and dislikes about the essay. So first,
So,
likes.
wait lang. We're like, I think I like the words used. It's quite simple for other readers to understand, and it's the imagery. It was there. You could really picture out what really happened in the city, the ashfalls. I mean the devastation, and yeah, I think the writer was really good too. He mostly focuses on the experience, how we got there, the people, what their lives are. I think that's all.
Overall, I like the story. For me, it's not that. I mean, we all know what happened to Mount Pinatubo eruption about 1991, and it was very, let me say, dark. A lot of people died because I think many of them did not know that there was an active volcano in their midst, which was also stated in the essay, right?
It was a bad thing.
Yeah, it was a bad thing. They say that even the own villagers, the own people,
They didn't know that the place they are have a very active volcano.
yeah, I mean, what I like is that the story is not the way the author wrote the story. It's not that dark. He put in some humor in it.
He was sarcastic.
I also first page.
He was sarcastic.
Mo to kong likes.
I like how the author used contrasting points to express the situation there. As Nicole have said, like the story was not so dark, but what really happened was very tragic and sad. But the way the author expressed his point of view, it wasn't just so bad at all. The way the author delivers the story, it's amazing. That's what makes the story meaty.
Earlier, while we were walking, trekking, going here, the three of us talked about how the story, how the essay emphasized the culture of the Filipinos when there's a tragic calamity or something, a problem will arise. Because
the resiliency of
Yeah.
the Filipinos, no matter how devastating the catastrophe is, we still manage to smile.
yeah, that's it. The fact that they still smile. There's a part in the story wherein the one writing, John Jack Wigley, went home, and when he arrived home, his mother was smiling blissfully at him. That's what he said. I mean, you can imagine. Mount Pinatubo erupted. Excuse me.
Mount Pinatubo erupted, and even Malaysia and
The neighboring
country
country.
Other foreign countries
and Luzon even felt the eruption. They
Yeah.
said it was the ashfall was like snow, but there's this characteristics that Filipino have na they still smile. They're still happy. They think positive. They're still optimistic despite whatever tragedy arises in their environment, their
Yeah.
family, in their community.
It has a bad ending. I don't know. It's a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Everything is
We don't
well
really
delivered
Yeah.
and the sentence were chosen well, the words, but I just don't like the way it ended because it's like done.
cut.
Agree. Agree.
He saw his mother.
Taking clothes, laundry.
To and food, I think, to
Yeah.
his sister. And the last words
Let's
in
go.
the story was
Let's go.
Yeah.
period. Period.
Like what? If we know already that they are safe, but you know what happens next?
Curiosity kills the cat.
You never know.
By the way, we're eating. We're having go-to mukbang Filipino food. And the famous bread of the Filipinos. And then,
Specialty
What?
lunch or dinner?
and breakfast. Mo pa ning sudan mo, no?
So what's next? Is it relevant?
For our society. We know that Mount Pinatubo has a very catastrophic event. Is a very catastrophic. Was.
Was.
Well, I think it's relevant because we should know our surroundings. Example, there's a storm coming. We should be aware that there will be a storm coming. In their case, they didn't know that they have an active volcano in their midst. I think it's relevant for us to know that we should be aware and that we should be prepared at all times. I think it was in our
Yeah, we should not be ignorant because the people there, the author explained that they didn't know that mountain was even active.
Even the natives themselves didn't know that it's a very dangerous place.
So from what they said, it's very relevant for us Filipinos kay it's very wrong to prepare for the last minute. You have to be prepared at all times. Prevention is better than cure, right?
Yes.
So I think it's very relevant because Filipinos,
We are not
we always say nga, unya na.
Yeah.
Tagalog sa unya na. Mamaya na.
Mamaya na.
It's our, I don't know what that's that mentality. Mamaya na mentality. Unya na. Kaya wala pa man siya dra, unya na.
Mag-ayap pa. Una na yun. Okay.
Until now, to 21st century, it's still relevant.
The
I think
catastrophe
we're-
will never go away.
Yeah.
They are natural. That's why they call natural.
Yeah. Next is what have we learned from the essay that we've read?
Yeah, the resiliency. No matter what bad things happen to us, we should think positive. And then the thing we said earlier that we should be aware of our things, we should be prepared at all times. And the structure was good.
Ikaw,
The
Tin,
structure of
ano
the
learn?
story.
Okay, Mark. Pareho na. Mag-biro kay Ryan. Yan na.
Yeah.
Purchase your tracks today.
Like we should be aware.
The imagery, I love the imagery, the way he made this
Story to life.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he made the story
He
to
made
life.
us so engaged with the story.
Yeah.
Because we only knew, I think, one perspective, one point of view from the Mount Pinatubo eruption. We did not know that, I mean, for the first time that we heard na nag-erupt ang Mount Pinatubo, we thought that
It's very
everyone was dead, no one survived, this and that. But we did not know that there's still people there nga nag-survive and they're still living their life. They're still happy despite what happened, and they still have that attitude to go back up
Purchase your
to
tracks
their
today.
normal lives.
Yeah, the one that really got us. Here, the part when he said that
This is the part when
I imagine that poor people have always exhibit the resilience this way. When calamities happen, they are the first ones to suffer the initial blows, yet they survive and and eventually thrive. They just need to go slow and sure. The rich and the middle class are alienated from this kind of survival strategy. That is why much is lost in them when things go down. But not the poor. They are like fungi. They don't die. They morph after a catastrophe.
How can you say nga, he said na poor people experience things like that more often than rich? How true is that? Or how can you say that it's true? Na poor people experience more difficulties.
Poor people experience unfortunate events because
You're poor?
they don't have what they want. They really have to try hard before they have to get it. Not like rich people or middle class
Purchase your
people.
tracks
They
today.
have the money to buy what they want, or they have the chance to go out because they have money and they can afford it. But unlike for poor people, they really have to strive hard just to get what they want. And I think that's the author. It's implying that the poor has more chance
Of survival.
than middle and rich
Yeah.
people.
They have more chance of survival because I think they experience
More hardships.
they experience something firsthand. I mean, if they want something, they themselves will get it. They themselves will strive, will put effort in getting that thing. And in the case of the rich people or the middle class people, they have what they call maids. They have their secretaries, their personal assistants. Get this, get that. Get me my lunch. In big companies, right? It's what we see in movies. Get me my lunch. Buy me this. Buy me that. Book me a plane ticket. They have someone to do it for them. So in terms of like that, in this kanang practical calamities that arises or which is normal, they don't know what to do because they don't experience it firsthand. They don't experience maybe washing their clothes in their house. They have a maid, they have a boy in their house which does the work for them. So what do they know in times like this, when calamities like this arrive, di ba? Wala. Kaya ang nagkimo man kay katoy lagi nasugo.
Yeah, that's why there's a saying, experience is the best teacher, because poor people are more likely to experience this. That's why they are getting more adapted when things get rough and when catastrophe arise. Yeah.
So the last is great.
That's why we should just like here, we should strive for our improvement and growth, like
As individuals.
because it's what it takes to survive. Because survival is not just talking about catastrophe, it's about life itself. That's why we should learn to be, should think like the people who are unfortunate and do the things that we should do for our growth.
So in terms of recommending it,
We love the story and everything. I just don't like cliffhangers.
that's why it's a 50-50 in recommendation. But I think
In terms in lessons, I think, yeah, it's a good book.
so we recommend that you read Home of the Ashfall. I think it's good to read it because it's part of our history, Philippine history.
Yeah.
We will know more about what
our
happened in the
culture.
past, our culture, and
Specifically,
Now.
the eruption of Mount Pinatubo
Yeah.
in 1991.
so that's it. Like and subscribe below. Hit the like button. Thank you for viewing.
Yeah, I hope you learned something because we had learned a lot from this story.
Let's say,
You did too. Okay, so if you like this video, like
it's our
and
first
subscribe.
video. Our first video.
Comment down any reactions,
Any
reactions,
reaction.
yeah, or whatever reaction, cute reactions, cute
Yeah.
reactions.
We love to read your comments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pray our trek going down.
Yeah. Because it's raining
Again.
again.
Sa
And
slide
I-
kaya ang
hard.
sapatos ni Ryan.
Oh.
Di siya kanaog.
Dito ka na, yun.
She can't go. Yun na, magbabay na.
Bye.
Bye! Hope you liked our critic vlog.
See you at our present.
Bye-bye.
Uy, nga!
Bye.